Alright, so I picked up a TH350. Supposedly it was in working condition, but you know how that is. So either way it goes, I'll be digging into the transmission and taking a look at it. But first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and degrease it. As you guys can see, it's super oily. So, and then also, like someone did a quick fix right here. Clearly was leaking around the front pump assembly, and that's where all this oil comes from, all around. So it was clearly just kicking up oil everywhere, transmission fluid. So yeah, we'll go ahead and degrease this before I even start touching it. So of course, got my purple power, some little brake cleaner, a couple of scrapers, a couple of brushes, and most importantly, protection. So yeah, let me start cleaning this thing up before I do anything else. Alright, so I took the pan off the TH350, and there's a bunch of burnt clutch material inside, as you can see. So, clutch has got a little burnt. So, but besides those two clutch packs, everything else is pretty decent. Direct drum is pretty good. Everything else is alright. Valve body's good. All the other hard parts are in good condition, so I'll go ahead and get all that stuff cleaned up. The transmission casing itself is getting degreased right now and cleaned up. I'll order everything I need tonight. Once that all comes in, I'll go ahead and reassemble everything and then move on to the next step. Alright, so I got the transmission housing degreased, primed, and cleaned up pretty well. So after everything sets, I'll go ahead and hit it with some Duplicolor, maybe a coat or two, and we'll call it good as far as the transmission housing is concerned. Transmission housing came out pretty decent, so all cleaned up, ready to go. Also, all the hard parts I'm going to be using, they're all cleaned up, ready to go to the next step. Transmission rebuild kit right here. It's like a stage 2 kit. All my clutches, everything is auto. All my steels, filter, modulator, band. It's a full rebuild kit, so it has everything I need. All my lip seals and all that stuff. Cork pan gasket. So first things first, we'll get these clutches out of the pack, get them soaking in some transmission fluid, and start putting this transmission right back together. TH 350 is all put back together. New clutches, new steels, everything is fresh. Has a shift kit installed in it. Everything is good to go. Here's a converter right here. It's a 10-inch converter, 36 to 3800 stall speed, which should work really well with the camshaft in this car. That's right where the camshaft is starting to make its power, so should be a pretty good match. 60E flex plate. I did have to modify the flex plate mounting holes just to get them to line up with the converter mounting tab. And I'm running grade 8 hex bolts, hex nuts. This is what I typically use on my converter bolts and whatever. And these have like a flanged in with, they have like a locking groove on them or something. I don't know, but I never have an issue with them coming loose or bagging out or anything like that. So that's all good to go. I'm running some 2010 Camaro headers, and I seem to have a ton of space. I don't know if you guys can really see, but I have space everywhere, so these seem to be a good fit. I'm running stock K-member, stock oil pan, stock truck oil pan, and I have all the room in the world, so seems to be a pretty decent header. I think I paid like $105 shipped after taxes and all that stuff, so not bad at all. Has a thick flange. They came with studs, so not bad at all. I do have the engine all the way forward, so when I put my transmission in, I can easily get to my bell housing bolts. So that's why I have it all the way forward right now. So I still have plenty of room to go back. So I'm not really sure if the steering shaft, I have it out right now, but the flange for the steering shaft is down there. So I might have to do some modifying, but I won't know until I push the engine back and kind of get it in its place. So, but I'm not too worried about that. Fuel system is done. I do have this fitting for the feed. This fitting right here for the feed. I put it down somewhere. Now I can't find it. So besides that, the fuel system is done though. So all I really need to do now is really just take care of the wiring. Really, as you guys can see, this wiring is well, it's really sketchy. Somebody has butt connectors everywhere and it's really bad. So before I hook up any power, I'm gonna have to take care of all that and get it squared away. Here's the clearance on this side with the headers, clearance everywhere. Like I said, I still need to come back, so I should have plenty of clearance. I don't foresee any problems with these headers. So that's the wiring for the micro squirt. That I go to this little fuse panel. Everything's coming along pretty good. All the interior, it's not too bad in here. It was just really dirty. I took everything out of here and made it look a little bit better. So wideband, gotta wire this up. Definitely need that doing any kind of tuning. So let me show you guys the fuel system back here. You can see it. So that's all good to go. Yeah, so it shouldn't be too much longer before I can get this thing going. Oh, here's the exhaust right here, or lack of exhaust. Dynamax race bullets, 3 in, 3 out. Let me show you. So not much muffling going on here, so should be super loud. So I'll run these and then I'll run like an X pipe, so it should sound really loud and aggressive. So but yeah, that's it. Everything's coming right along. My biggest thing was trying to find a transmission. It took me like 2 weeks to find a core out here. So you guys that know me, you know I'm from California, so
I just moved to Texas a few months back, and my resources out here is just, man, I'm having to kind of start all over with that. So it's all good though. It'll get better. But yeah, we still getting it done though. Like I've only had the car about a month and some change, so it's moving right along. So it shouldn't be too much longer at all before this thing is fired up. So I need a radiator, some hoses, little knickknacks and stuff. I mean, I don't necessarily need that to start it up, but just to be overall done with the car. So all right, guys. I'll catch you guys on the next one. So peace.